Yo, what is happening, everyone? How is everyone going? We've already got McTannon in the chat. My God, we got McTannon early in the chat. Got Bam Bam. We've got Adrian. How's it doing, boys? We got Kratos in the chat. How you doing, Kratos? Nice to see you, man. It has been a minute. Jeez, it feels like it's been a while since we've last streamed. But technically, it has been. I was meant to stream yesterday, but I wasn't able to. But yeah, here we are. Here we are. I might keep it a bit shorter for this one. There really has been nothing at the moment. No real leaks, no nothing in the GTA 6 world as of this moment. So yeah. How you doing, man? How you doing? Let's ride. Thank you for joining. Samir's in the chat. How you doing, Samir's? We got Riz. Yeah, I may keep this one a shorter one, guys. We'll see how we go. Wait for wait for some other people to join on in. And then we'll have a bit of a chat. You guys can ask some questions and stuff. But yeah, it's really been quite dry as of this moment. So nothing much to really go over in terms of any like news or nothing like that. It really hasn't been much. But yeah, we do have. I know TGG came out with a GTA Online Mansions video earlier today, which I watched, and it does really seem like we are going to be getting mansions confirmed for the next GTA Online Winter update, which is cool. I don't keep up with GTA Online. I don't make content on GTA 5 Online, but there is a place for you to watch that content, of course, with TGG's content, making GTA Online videos, but I do not do those videos. I hope Project Cake has been kept alive in my absence. He most certainly has, Samir. Liam goes, hey man, hope you're good. Haven't really been in the GTA space lately. I feel like this is probably the most dead it's been, I would say, over the last week and a bit. There really has been absolutely nothing. There was, in the last few days, I did cover, there was a leak that came out about the rapper 6-7 and, well, not the rapper 6-7, I should say, the rapper, I forget his name, but his song 6-7, I should say, being included within GTA 6, mentioned that within an interview. Came out with a video on that. But yeah, other than that, there's really been nothing else. It's been very, very, very dry, like the Sahara Desert at the moment. I'm thinking that maybe I might even just do one stream this week. I might even just cancel tomorrow's live stream just because of how dry it is. There's just not really much to talk about. I don't really see I don't really see how it is worthwhile me doing a second stream in a row this week, one tomorrow, if there's just nothing going on. I mean, like, obviously you guys can ask me questions and stuff, but I mean, if there's just nothing new to talk about, it's just really hard to get excited. So, yeah. McTanner goes, how much you reckon those mansions are going to set us back in online? I would say, considering, from what I can understand, isn't it the yacht in GTA 5 Online cost, was it like 10 million? The gold, well, the yacht and like the gold, I'm forgetting exactly. Most expensive vehicle in GTA Online. What is the most expensive vehicle? Oh, that's right. There we got the Titan. The Titan's 4.87 million. Yeah, hang on. The most expensive. How much does the yacht cost? How much does the GTA Online yacht cost? 6 million to 8 million. Okay, right. 6 million. Least expensive model. Customizations drive the price of a total of 10 million or more. Okay, right, that makes sense. Gotcha. PV, what is your favorite holiday? Mine is Thanksgiving and Christmas. I love food and love to see my son open gifts on Christmas morning. That's very, very, very nice. Christmas is most certainly the best event of the year. Most certainly. It is definitely the best time because you lead into, obviously, New Year's, and that's obviously great bringing in the new year. It's a very exciting time of the year. Billy Kona goes, do tomorrow's live stream on Friday. I may do it on Friday, but look, I'll see how I go. What I'll do is I'll reschedule. I might even do, I'll see how I go. It's just, look, like, there's just not much to really talk about, man. So it's hard to really warrant another live stream throughout the week. I feel like there was a little bit more to talk about last week and the week before. I feel like there was a few more things to talk about. I just think a back-to-back live stream probably doesn't make sense, but maybe I might do one later this week, but I'm going to most likely cancel the one tomorrow, I would say, just because, yeah, it really isn't much going on. When do you think we'll get trailer 3? Like I've been saying, man, I'd say before this year ends, man. November, December time. Which, I mean, we're coming up to early November anyways. So yeah, I do think that something should be coming very soon. Hopefully. Hopefully. Billy goes, yeah, back-to-back doesn't make sense. Someone needs to leak more info so PV can stream again. Yeah, I just want something new to talk about. I'm sick of talking about the same things. I'm sick of... Yeah, it gets tiring, you know. It surprised me how few people voted for November. Are there any questions? Are there any questions anyone wants to ask me in relation to the game or anything in particular? Most people think 2026. Yeah, I think at the moment, in terms of a delay for GTA 6... No, I don't want to fearmonger. I'm not going to say anything. I better not say anything. I was going to say something, but I better not. I'm not going to fearmonger. Go to TGG's post poll. What has TGG said? What has TGG? And this is frozen. Lovely. Never mind. I'm just going to have to look at it like this. It's all right. Streamlabs froze for me, which is great. Typical Streamlabs. What did he put? Oh, give me your predictions. GTA 6 trailer 3 will release in October, November, December, early 2026. What has everyone said? Wow, early 2026, 58%. So 58% from what TGG put out in his post on his YouTube community tab. He put out a poll, and 58% say that they think trailer 3 will be released then, not in November. 12% said November and 27% said December. So there you go, which is interesting. Very interesting. I would have thought that at least November would be much higher than December, but people are really starting to think that we're not going to be getting any new news or a trailer 3 before this year ends, but I'm still holding out hope. And the reason why I'm still holding out hope for the moment is because, you know, obviously we haven't gotten that Take-Two earnings call yet. Typically, we do start to get something, whether it is a week or a few days before the earnings call. So hopefully we get some new news before then. If the earnings call does pass, if the earnings call does pass and we don't hear anything at all from Rockstar regarding new news, then I don't think it necessarily means that there's going to be a delay, because they could just condense the marketing cycle where we get news next year. Early next year, of course, but that would slightly raise the probability of a delay, I would say, but I still wouldn't be concerned. Look, if we get to the point of like January, February, and we still have not heard from Rockstar, then I'll be really, really, really concerned. If we don't hear anything by, let's say we don't hear anything at all this year, like we don't hear a peep out of Rockstar regarding GTA 6, January goes by and we get to February and there's still nothing, I'd be really concerned by that point. Then I really think a delay is going to happen. GTA Infinity's in the chat. How you doing, Infinity? How you doing, mate? I got to reply back to your messages that you sent me. I'll make sure to get back to that. I know you just said online isn't really your thing, but do you think there will be a mission for lore or storyline to convert Online 1 to Online 2 GTA 6 Online? I don't think so. There'll probably be references maybe to GTA 6, I would say. Sort of similar to like how there was that GTA Online DLC that came out before Red Dead 2 launched, where it was like a scavenger hunt for a revolver, where you were able to earn that in-game in Red Dead 2. They might do something like that, maybe. That's a possibility. I can see that happening. Everything the light touches in Project Vice's kingdom. I can't wait for the next video that I'm getting out though. I'm in the final stages of editing it. It's about clocking in at about 23 minutes, 24 minutes. So it should be a good one. Can't wait to come out with it. So yeah. Project Vice fan, how you doing, man? Thank you for joining on the live stream. Welcome, Project Vice, McTannen, GT Infinity, and Bogan Bav the Goats. Is Bav in the chat? Where's Bav? I didn't see Bav comment. Yeah, I think there's no way a trailer comes in November. Seems too soon. Interesting. You think it is too soon? You think it's too soon for anything to happen? For like any new news? I'd like to think there's going to be something before this year ends. I don't know. I just don't see how Rockstar like goes the rest of the year without saying anything. Like surely, maybe it might not even be trailer 3, but at least something, some new material surrounding GTA 6 makes sense. I understand that people may be concerned that there may be more of a likelihood of a delay occurring because there's nothing that may not come out before this year ends. Like I see that. I don't know. It's a bit of a tough one. The thing is, they're so unpredictable. Rockstar's so unpredictable. They can literally come out with anything anytime soon. It's just so hard to say. But considering there's just not much to really talk about in this live stream, I think I'm probably just going to go for about maybe 30, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. It's going to be a shorter one today. Because I kind of feel like when there's not much to talk about, there's not much energy, there's not much happening, not much going on, it's much more difficult to get things flowing. Hard to say trailer, but definitely pre-orders. You really think pre-orders coming before this year ends? Like before trailer 3? Project Vice fan goes, you're the GOAT, man. Wish you were included in the roundtable with Sav, TGG, Cyberboy, MCT, Bavi, and Vice City Insider. Yeah, so about that, so we're all in a lot of us GTA 6 creators are in a group chat on Discord. And I actually didn't even see the message until like a few days later. So I put out a message in the chat saying I'm interested to hop on another episode or something like that. So whenever Sav comes out and sends me a message, private message or whatever, to hop on a roundtable in a future episode, I'll be keen to come on for sure. But it's just a matter of when that happens and when we can try and sort that out and do it. So I'd be keen to get onto it. But yeah, it seems like the first episode's been recorded from what I can understand. So yeah. PS5 Pro bundle with GTA 6. Yes. That is most likely going to be happening. Yeah, true, man. Love having laughs. So funny, man. Beans on toast, Mr. Bean. We got Mr. Bean in the chat. We got Rowan Atkinson as Mr. Bean in the chat. Let's go. AKA, otherwise known as Johnny English. November is perfect for pre-orders. Investors will want those Christmas sales. January and February are dead months for money after Christmas, and I believe March would be too late. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see why Rockstar wouldn't come out with something during the holiday season to like at least get some revenue generated for GTA 6 before the game launches. Like at least get those pre-order revenue sales. Like I don't see why they wouldn't do that. It's the perfect time for, you know, majority of families and people and to just spend money, right? So I just don't understand why they would open up pre-orders next year. I don't see how that makes sense. It just makes sense to open it up the end of this year. And that's why I think a trailer 3 would be more likely the end of this year, because that would go alongside pre-orders, perhaps. I don't know. That's how I see it. McTannen goes, only recently found out GTA 5 got delayed after pre-orders went live. Pre-orders December with or without trailer 3. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, after that is true. So yeah, even if pre-orders do go live, like there's still a chance that it could get delayed again. So yeah. I think they're just too focused on getting the game ready right now, not pre-orders in December. Well, I mean, the thing is, obviously, you know, at the moment, most likely, like, literally all hands are on deck at all the Rockstar studios globally. So, you know, a lot of the majority of the developers are working on GTA 6. There's probably a minority of the team that are working on GTA Online, and there's probably a part of another team and small numbers, of course, that are working on probably other projects that we don't know about, or ones that have been, rumored to be coming out, like the Red Dead 2 port or GTA 4 port, and perhaps maybe other projects that we just don't even know about that haven't been necessarily leaked or rumored about. But yeah, no, I do think that like it just makes sense for something to happen before this year ends. It just makes sense. I see it happening. But I hope I'm right and I'm not wrong. So yeah, time will tell. Time will tell. What's the channel/news company that people are speculating is going to do an early review/release information like they did with GTA 5? Sorry, not too sure. I forgot. I'm pretty sure you might be referring to either GTA 6 o'clock or Game Informer. So GTA 6 o'clock are a they do a podcast for GTA 6. They've done many episodes. They did it for GTA 5, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they did a podcast for GTA 5. I'm assuming they did when they did GTA 5 o'clock back in the day. And from what I can understand, they came out with various types of videos about GTA 5, pre-release information. They had previews of the game. Because from what I can understand, it's Dan Dawkins and James Jarvis that are the co-hosts of the GTA 6 o'clock podcast. And they will most likely get invited to Rockstar events and perhaps maybe get a preview of GTA 6. And if you're referring to potentially, it might be with what you might be hinting at, or saying, I should say, Game Informer. So they came out with a magazine before GTA 5 dropped in November of 2012, covering exclusive information about GTA 5, the world of Los Santos, San Andreas, and the different types of mechanics and systems and characters within GTA 5. Which was a really cool exclusive issue that we got to see. And back then in 2012, it wasn't like how it is now that, you get digital releases of exclusive information. Back then it was all mostly physical, that, you got pre-release information like that. I remember there was magazines even for the OG Modern Warfare 3 back in 2011. So I would not be surprised if Game Informer once again come out with exclusive information about GTA 6. Maybe that is sometime before this year ends. Maybe it's next year. But I would not be surprised, especially because of what they mentioned on their website recently. Game Roll came out with a post on Twitter, and I covered it within a video as well, saying that Game Informer saying that they're hyping up an exclusive issue after the Outer Worlds 2 issue, which came out already. So they're saying they want you to be subscribed to Game Informer. So seems like it's going to be a big one, and all eyes are pointing to GTA 6, but it could even be something entirely different. We just don't know. But yeah. GTA Infinity goes, do you think if you walk into a GTA 6 gym and someone is bench pressing, you can yeet him off to use the bench like you yeet someone out of a car when stealing it? You know what? I would not be surprised. Maybe it's like you walk up to the person and there's like, you know how it is in Red Dead 2, there's like great antagonize. I feel like it might be something along those lines. And I think when I don't know about like on the beach, because we see Jason bench pressing outside on the beach. Like, could you literally just grab out your gun and start shooting? I'm assuming you could if it's because it's outside, but if it's like inside a gym, maybe you won't be able to have any weapons on yourself. I don't know, but like, how it is with the camp in Red Dead 2, but then that wouldn't really make sense though, because any interior that you go inside of, why would you be restricted and not have any weapons on your person if you wanted to like just start shooting? So yeah, I don't know. There were rumors that Sony had marketing rights for GTA 6 or whatever it's called. Is this still the case? Yeah, most likely Sony has marketing rights for GTA 6. I'd say it's most likely the case. Considering the close relationship with Sony and Rockstar, I wouldn't see why that would change. I really doubt anyone will get access to anything GTA 6 related. Rockstar is on their own entire level, plus modern social media makes it so easy for any GTA 6 news directly from Rockstar to spread like wildfire. Yeah. And especially nowadays because of how the world is, how we're so connected to everyone, social media, you name it. We're so much more connected than ever before, and anything can just get leaked out. I would not even be surprised, like a month, maybe 2 months before the game comes out, that we already know a lot about the story and about the world of GTA 6. It's just too big of a release for it to not get leaked out, around that time frame before the game launches. I would not be surprised. It's going to get out. Like, information will just get out to review companies, IGN, that type of thing. Have you seen the mistakes in GTA 6 trailer that GTA 6 Countdown account on X have posted? Not really, to be perfectly honest. I don't really care about GTA 6 Countdown coming out with these posts like that. He's already come out with posts like that in the past just for engagement and views and stuff. Like, yeah. Like, who cares? Like, all right, whatever. They made mistakes, so what? Like, it's not finished yet. Like, I had a theory that they had inspiration from Sean Opry for Jason's look after the first trial. I don't know who that is, Liam. Do you believe openly carrying your guns on your back will alert civilians, causing distress? Maybe making you just use a holstered pistol. Yeah, I do think that when you have weapons on your person, like, NPCs will be smart enough and alert enough and aware to pick up on that. So they, for example, well, in GTA 5, for example, like, if you pull out your weapon, then they start running away. But if you just, like, no, actually, no, I don't even know if in GTA 5, I think if you just have your weapon out and you just walk by them with an RPG, I don't think they do anything. I think it's once you start aiming at them. I'm pretty sure it's once you start aiming at them or in the direction close to them, in the vicinity of them, that's when they start to run away and get scared. If you walk by an NPC in GTA 5, I could be wrong on this, I think this is right, then they don't do anything at all. Like, you can literally walk past, like I said, with an RPG, and I don't think anything happens. But in GTA 6, I'm sure that will be very different. GTA Fib is in the chat. How you doing, GTA Fib? Thank you for joining, my friend. Much appreciated. You're Project Vice. I do hope we get something in November. We're almost at the November earnings call. They need to give us something. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. I think we should be getting something. Like, I just don't see how Rockstar can go. I mean, they definitely can go all the way to the end of the year and into next year, well, all the way to this year ends with nothing. They can definitely do that. I mean, they're Rockstar. But I'd like to think that something's going to happen. I'd like to think. I'd like to be optimistic. I don't want to be pessimistic. I'd like to be optimistic and think something's going to happen. They run away if you pull out a gun and you're in an argument with them. They run away if you pull out a gun and you're... Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it's only if you pull... So it's if you pull out a gun... But I don't think, even if you walk by them, I don't think much really happens, no? I think it's if you pull out a gun in front of them, is that right? But if you already have a gun out, but you're not that close to them and you walk by them, I don't think much happens. I could be wrong. Like, if you go close to them, like, literally, like, from here to, like... Well, you can't see my monitor, but my monitor literally right in front of me. I would say that if you pull out the gun then obviously they would do something, which I'm pretty sure that's what happens anyways. If you walk by with a gun, they won't run away. Well, there you go. I thought I was right. I'm really worried about story spoilers. Like I mentioned before about social media, not only news will spread, but so will leaks about the story. Feels like the only way to avoid them will be to drop out of social media for at least a whole month before the game releases. Yeah. So this is something that I've been thinking about as well. Like, I don't even know if it's worthwhile maybe just shutting off social media, shutting off Twitter, and then just... Because Twitter's going to be crazy. It's going to be littered with leaks. Or not leaks, sorry. Littered with spoilers, I should say, sorry. And I don't even know if it's really worthwhile being on there during those first few weeks, especially the first month. So I might even just... I don't know. I might even just focus on... Well, obviously I'll be focusing on getting the content out, but... Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. Bam Bam with a $5 donation. Thank you so much, Bam Bam. Much appreciated, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. It is very, very much appreciated. Rockstar is really secure on leaks Yeah, they are much more so now than ever before. Obviously, trailer 1 getting leaked out, the September 22 leaks. Everything's much more controlled now. You got majority, if not pretty much virtually all the employees working in the office at the studios. And that was something that was mentioned back, I think it might have been February 2024 of last year, where it was mentioned that pretty much all the employees were tasked or asked to come back, or yeah, they're all asked to come back into the office, from what I can understand. So yeah, pretty much like no working from home, from what I can understand. There might be a few employees that are still working from home, but I think the majority of the employees are in the studios, in the office. I think we might go for another 10 more minutes or so, guys. Like I said, I'm keeping this one a bit shorter today. Like I said, there's just not much to really go over. I'm not going to really talk about... Like I said, you guys can ask me questions and stuff, and I can definitely answer them, but I just don't think how... I don't really see how it is worthwhile me continuing on if there's just nothing to really go over. Like, at all. Like, at least in the last few weeks, there's been tidbits of a few things going on, but there just hasn't been in the last little bit. Is the pro mechanic getting cut would be a problem for the game, you think? So, yeah, Game Roll mentioned that apparently, according to his source, that the pro mechanic is completely cut. Because we did see it within the leaked footage, but it seems like it's cut based off what his source has provided to him in terms of this information. I hope that's wrong. I like to go prone. I've seen every leak clip back then, but remember maybe 2 of them. Yeah, watching the leaks back, man, it's so long ago now. Like, there's way too many changes. There's way too many changes. There would be way too many changes from, you know, the leaked footage that came out to now. Like, a lot of things are outdated. A lot of the things would be outdated, even the leaked files, really. I'm sure there are things that are still going to be in the final version of the game, but things that have probably been shifted and changed. It's going to be interesting. I'm sure there'll be a lot of comparisons. When the game finally launches, there's going to be a lot of comparisons, I would say, to the final finished version of the game to the leaks. Not only what's included within the game, you know, the Easter eggs, the lore, that type of thing, the characters, story, but also comparing that to the leaked footage. It'll be interesting to see how that is side by side, to see what was cut, what was not cut. So, yeah. It was really early game development. That was really clear. Yeah, exactly right. It's pretty much pre-alpha from what I can understand. Alpha, pre-alpha, something along those lines. So early in terms of the development and what we saw in 2022. And what we saw in 2022, I think for an unfinished game, actually looked pretty decent for early build of the game. So, you know, another 4 more years in the oven, which it has been, well, will be... It will be September of next year, 4 years, but it's been 3 years and a month since, well, technically, actually, a lot of those leaked clips were dated back to 2021. So technically it is about 4 years from then to now. So there you go. I think the earliest clip, I could be wrong, was maybe like early to mid 2021. I could be wrong on that. Someone can fact check me. I don't think there was any video within the leaked footage that was 2020. But most of it was from like 2021, 2022, from what I can understand. Even back then, the leaked footage looked really good, but because there wasn't shaders, people said it looked shit. Yeah, that's right. It was so, like, it was still so unfinished to the point that there was like literally dummies, like named, like the NPCs were actually identified as a dummy. That's how early it is. Or it was, I should say. We got Cyberboy Fan in the chat. How you doing, Cyberboy Fan? We got Project Vice Fan and Cyberboy Fan. That is really cool. Hello, Vicey, mate. Yes, Lucia Cakes, man. I mean, oh, that's funny. Oh, that's great. How long do you think they've been working on GTA 6? It has to be right after Red Dead 2, right in 2018. So, Great question. Now, for those of you that don't know, based off the basic knowledge and understanding that I know of game development, there's different phases, right? So you got like, actually, let me bring it up so I can make a better point here. Because it's hard to remember off the top of my head. But essentially, the way it works is you got like planning. So that's like the first stage in game development where you're brainstorming the concepts and the ideas of, you know, what the story's going to be, the conceptual artwork, that type of thing really starts very early on. Then you got pre-production, and then after that you got production and testing, which the game is in at the moment. And then after that, then you got pre-launch. So right now, Rockstar are in the testing phase, but if I were to say of when GTA 6's development started, in terms of the planning pre-production stages, it would have most likely started shortly after GTA 5, so around 2014, 15. And I don't mean the actual game, like the developmental part of the game, like with the controller or with the mouse and keyboard, with the devs working on that. That would have likely occurred from like 2019, 2021 onwards, I would say, or shortly after Red Dead 2. But yeah, in terms of the planning, the initial pre-production stages, that would have most likely started 2014, 15. But the real development, like, was it GNL says there, 2019, 20 years most likely. So the game's most likely been in active development. Like, they technically said the game was in active development February 2022, but we know that's not necessarily the case, because we know because of the leaked clips that was some of the clips were in 2021, which makes me think that development really started, I would say, probably about 2020 or so. So the game's been in development in terms of what we saw within the leaked footage it's been for, I would say, probably for about 4 to 6 years, 5-6 years, around that time frame, I would say. Bam goes 2014 for rough planning, brainstorming, that type of thing. But really 2017, 18 for any sort of development. I would say probably just a little bit shortly after Red Dead 2. That's what I would have if I would have to predict, and based off what we have seen out there on the internet anyways, it seems like that's the case. But you know, that's we don't know what really goes on behind the scenes and the exact time frames. But sort of a rough estimate if I had to guess. How long do you think the game's actually been finished? I'd guess mid to late last year. I'd say the game's probably been finished. Yeah, I'd say the game's probably finished for a decent period of time. I don't know about mid to late last year, but I'd say it's probably been finished for quite a while. I would say they've been testing for a very long time. You think about a massive open world game open world game like a new GTA title. There's so many things they have to iron out. I can't even begin to imagine. Look, I'm not a games developer. I have no clue. But if I had to guess and assume based off a little bits of knowledge that I know, really basic, I know, but I would assume that the testing phase is like quality assurance and that type of thing, fixing bugs, ironing that all that stuff out. That takes a really long time. Like, I would probably say the most longest and most intensive phase within a game's development life cycle. So yeah. Bam with another $5 donation. Thank you so much, man. Much appreciated. Thank you. Red Dead Redemption movie would do insanely well if directed by the right person. I would agree. I think that'd be a really cool movie adaptation, but I don't think Rockstar would want any of their IPs to be made into movies. I remember, based off what I've seen in the last few years, that there apparently was meant to be a Grand Theft Auto movie that was meant to come out in 2001. And Eminem was really big back then, like at his peak. And apparently there was rumors that he was set to play, to be casted as the main protagonist within that movie, within a GTA movie. But Sam Houser reportedly rejected it and turned down the money. I think it might have been from Universal Studios. I could be wrong. Might have been Universal Studios or one of the other big movie production companies out there. But yeah, never saw the light of day, never happened. But yeah, that was, I think, the closest to any movie adaptation from any Rockstar game, based off what I know. I really hope we get pre-orders in December because I can save some money. Yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully. And hey, a HBO show starring Henry Cavill's Arthur and Norman Reedus as John. That'd be pretty cool casting. I think it would do pretty well, but it would have to... There's been a lot of flops from games to movie adaptations or TV adaptations. Like the Halo TV series reportedly didn't do very well. Was that on Amazon or HBO? I'm not quite sure. Someone can fact check me on that. But I heard that didn't do well. I don't know if there was one season or... GTA Infinity goes, safe to say GTA 6 came out already, maybe even today, if there was no delay. Pretty dope, but better to not have bugs. Exactly right, 100%. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the thing. Obviously, we would have gone the game right now. It would have been, right in our hands, would have been playing it. Obviously, myself making content on it. But no. Still a few more months and maybe potentially further than that. But let's hope that doesn't happen. But, yeah. What do you do? Do you think horses will be in GTA 6? For me, I think it will be limited areas like riding stables or something, because I can't imagine Jason riding a horse in Vice City downtown. Yeah, I mean, look, I think horses are likely to be in GTA 6, but I don't think... I don't know if it'll be like it'd probably just be part of like a side mission or something like that where you just randomly engage with horses and you ride them, but I don't think it would be anything as big as obviously how it was in Red Dead 2, of course, because of the time period. But yeah. Halo in general hasn't been doing very well for the last decade, lol. Yeah, well, I mean, when was the last good Halo game anyways? Like, I'm trying to think of the last good Halo game. I mean, not that I really played any of them, to be honest. I was more of a Call of Duty guy, but... let's have a look here. Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Wars, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Reach. I think it was like Halo Reach, no? Halo Reach is probably the last good one. I could be wrong. I've never played Halo that much. I remember Halo 3 ODST. I remember that one. That was a really confusing game, how to start that game. But I was quite young when I was playing that. I remember me and my brother, we got the Xbox 360 and we played Halo 3 ODST. I think it might have been with the Xbox, or we bought it as... I forget exactly. Might have been a packaged deal or something like that. But there was like one... I think the first mission in the game was really confusing. But I think it might have been a training mission or something. I don't remember. I don't know. I was like 9 years old at the time, 10, something like that. I'm going to go for about another 5 more minutes, guys. Which game do you think Rockstar will work on after GTA 6? Another Red Dead, or another IP or Max Payne, or a competitive new IP? I really think that after GTA 6 is going to be a completely new IP. I don't think they're going to go Red Dead 3 or Max Payne 4, LA Noire 2. Maybe Bully 2. Maybe. I think out of all the IPs, I think Bully 2 is probably the most likely to come out after GTA 6. I don't see them doing a Red Dead 3, after GTA 6. I just don't see them going back and forth between Red Dead and GTA. I'd prefer it for them to do something new. I'd like them to do something new. There's been the rumored medieval pirate IP game that they might come out with. That's been rumored. So I think that would be an interesting take because Rockstar would be definitely out of their comfort zone because obviously within that time period with battle axes and swords, you know, no weapons at all. Because I mean, at least in Red Dead 2 there are rifles and pistols and revolvers, but you know, in the olden times, many centuries ago, you know, there wasn't any, you know, weapons like that. But yeah, battle axes and swords and castles and horses. I think that would be interesting to see how they would go about that. Or if they don't do that, I'd like to see Agent. I'd like to see Agent be revived. Now, if you don't know, Rockstar was meant to release a spy-like game back in 2009. And this is where they had exclusive marketing rights at the time before it was meant to come out with Sony at the time. But didn't see the light of day. Rockstar were too focused on the development of GTA 5 and they cancelled it. And Agent didn't end up happening. So I think I'd love to see Agent or a new IP like a pirate medieval type game. I think would be awesome. So yeah. LA Noire 2 possibly or new IP medieval game. Yep, it has to be new IP. I love RDR, but please no, I don't want an infinite cycle of GTA and RDR. Yeah, exactly right. I wouldn't want an infinite cycle of Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead, Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead, Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead. It just gets annoying. It gets annoying. Billy Conehead goes, I'm low-key hyped for the first week of November. Look, fingers crossed, man. It's fingers crossed. Like, I don't want to come out and say, you know, it's definitely going to happen. Obviously, I don't know that. You know, I'm not working at Rockstar. I don't know what's happening. You know, but I would like to think that something is going to happen. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's one of those things. Waiting. McTannon, huge fan, is in the chat. So we got a Cyberboy fan, Project Vice fan, McTannon, huge fan. I don't know. Maybe you're just changing your username. I don't know if it's the same person. But if it's not, that's pretty cool. So Project Vice fan. Vicey, huge fan here. Okay, well, I don't know if it's the same person on 3 different accounts or if it's 3 different people, but still cool nonetheless. McTannon goes, replying back to Conehead Billy, I'm not saving anyone. You weasels are on your own. All right, guys, I'm going to go for another couple more minutes. McTannon, huge fan, goes, lol, no, I'm my own person. Okay, interesting. That is very cool. Very cool. We got some fans for Cyberboy, McTannon, and Project Vice. That is awesome. Got some super fans in the chat. Lovely. Great to see. Any more last questions, guys, before I end the stream? I know it's a shorter one. I know I'm ending it sooner, but I think what I'm going to do is, like, I'm not going to stream again tomorrow. I just don't see how that, unless obviously if something big were to happen, obviously I'll stream, of course. That goes without saying. But I might either do it later this week or next week. I have to think about it. Because I know I've been doing 2 live streams a week, but I don't know how I'll survive the wait. How good do you think the jiggle physics will be? Well, based on what we've seen in trailer 1 and trailer 2, elite. I was trying to like do like a, I don't know what I was trying to do. Elite, man, elite. Very nice. Mark your calendars for the earnings call. Man, hope for something. Will RDR2 Enhanced Edition be shadow dropped on the anniversary of 26th October? Maybe. It might be. Might be, yeah. That's a possibility. I didn't think of that. Hard to play a game one-handed. And there's a lot of people that have been saying out there that They don't know how they're going to play GTA 6 when Lucia's bunda's right in their face. Oh, that's funny. All right, guys. I think I'm going to leave it there. Like I said, shorter live stream. Not as much going on. Obviously, I'd like to go for longer, but there's just not much happening. Bunda. So thank you to Mick. Thank you to Adrian, Abdullah, Billy Conehead, McTannon, huge fan. Obviously, McTannon himself. Adrian, actually, is McTannon streaming now? McTannon, if you're in the chat, are you streaming after my stream? Because I'll tell everyone to go over to your stream and check it out. We got Bogan Babby, huge fan as well. Oh, Babby. GTA Infinity till next time. See how Abdullah goes. We'll say goodbye to everyone else. Kratos, Musab. Who else we got? I said Adrian already. Cyberboy fan. 711. Bam Bam with the donations. Thank you for the donations, my friend. Much appreciated. Mick. Ducky Quacky fan. I'm assuming that's a GTA Infinity fan right there. We've got Lucia Caminos in the chat. Thank you, Lucia Caminos. We got Septilian2501. We got It's Sanic, goddammit. HX Rasta. Liam John. I think I said pretty much everyone. Il Puma. Thank you guys for joining in the live stream. It is very, very much appreciated. And based off what McTannon has just said in the chat, he is going to be live streaming in about 45 minutes. So make sure to head over to McTannon's stream shortly after my one ends right about now. But yeah, thank you for joining in live stream. I know it's much shorter. I know it's not that interesting within the GTA 6 world at the moment. But I assure you, things will start picking up in momentum very soon, I'm sure. We just have to keep on waiting, guys. I'm sorry, but we're just going to have to keep on waiting. Unfortunately, Rockstar is making us wait and wait and wait and wait, but all good things come to those that wait. Remember that. Remember that. And that's not even just in relation to GTA 6, but that's in life as well. Whether it's relationships with people, whether it's this or that, your job, whatever it is, your schoolwork, whatever you're doing, all good things come to those who wait. You're patient, you persist, you'll be all good. All right, guys. Catch you later. I'll see you in the next stream. Thanks, guys. Peace.